Hi, I'm Alan. Welcome to my channel, Abnormalin, and this is my top 5 Hong Kong slasher movies at the moment. As you can see, I spared no expense on making this sign. We're just going to dive right in. At number 5, from 1986, is Escape from Coral Cove. This was directed by Terrence Chang. Chang worked a lot as a producer with John Woo. I think he worked on Hard Boiled. And this is the only movie he ever directed, as far as I know. This one's about a bunch of teenagers who take a sailing trip and they anchor in Coral Cove. They're attacked by like this human looking sea creature. And when the surviving teens manage to escape on their boat and sail home, the creature follows them onto land and tries to finish them off. Um, I have this movie at number 5 on my countdown, but I really think it would be a lot higher if it wasn't cut. This is a bootleg from Far East Flicks, and while it looks good, there's 3 or 4 minutes missing from it, and I'm not exactly sure why. Uh, the stuff I've heard that's taken out of this movie isn't particularly gory, but you can definitely tell it's missing. I've recently found out that a full version of this movie does exist on Laserdisc from Ocean Shores, so I really want to see that. And if I have to redo this top 5 list, this one may rocket straight to the top. Again from 1986, that's Escape from Coral Cove. Number 4 movie on my list, Pardon the Glare, is Devil Returns from 1982. This one is directed by Richard Chen Yao Chi. It's a supernatural slasher about a woman who is beaten and raped and left for dead, but she survives her attack and identifies her attacker, and the guy is executed by firing squad. We later find out that, she was impregnated by her attacker, and when she tries to have an abortion, the attacker returns from the grave and takes his own revenge. From 1982, again, that's Devil Returns, number 4 on my top 5 Hong Kong slasher movies list. Number 3 is He Lives by Night. It's again from 1982, directed by, and I wrote this down, hold on, I want to get this right. It is directed by Po Che Leong. And I don't really want to give away too much of this movie, except to tell you that it involves a transvestite who goes on a murderous rampage. And honestly, that sentence right there doesn't even scratch the surface about what this movie is about. So I can't recommend this movie enough. It looks great. It reminds me of an Italian giallo film. And it's just outstanding. A little bit about this release, too. It's put out by Legendary Collection. Legendary Collection was kind of the Anchor Bay of Hong Kong DVD releasing. They did a wonderful job with this transfer. It's the best it's ever looked. I've seen it also on VCD, Video Compact Disc, I think it's what it stands for, but doesn't hold a candle to this one. So if you're gonna find this movie and you really want to see it, find this DVD. It'll be worth the time, it's worth the money. Again, from 1982, He Lives by Night. The last 2 movies on my list are from the same director. His name is Bowie Lau. He made 2 slasher movies, and he made them right in a row. And this is the second one that he made. From the year 2000, this is Resort Massacre. Resort Massacre is about a mentally disturbed man named Joey who runs a resort with his mom. She's like an older woman. And when women begin to go missing from the resort, an undercover investigative reporter is sent to see what's going on. And that's when the movie gets started. It's really a fantastic movie. The first movie on my list you're going to see in a minute by the same director was a throwback to 80s slasher movies. This one has more of a 90s feel to it. Almost like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Not quite, but it has more of that vibe. That's not a bad thing. I generally don't love 90s slasher movies, but this one is really, really good. And the director is outstanding. I don't know what else to say about this one, but let's move on to my number 1 movie on my top 5 Hong Kong slasher movies list. Again by Bowie Lau. 1999, The Deadly Camp. also known as simply The Deadly Camp. I'm going to give you a close-up of this cover. It's hard to see what's going on exactly, but that guy is wearing bandages on his face and his hands, and he's chasing people with a chainsaw. Yes, a Hong Kong slasher movie. Throwback to the 80s with a Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe. It's amazing. This cover alone should make you want to see this movie. But, as most good 80s movies are, it's about a group of teens who go camping for the weekend to try to get away from things for a while. And they go to an island. They go to his island, and he's not too happy about it. There's also some drug smugglers thrown in for more fodder for the killer. But this is a straight 1980s throwback movie. It's released in 1999, and it doesn't take its influence from Scream, and I think that's a really important, distinction to make. It's not a Scream ripoff, and it's not even a ripoff of most 1980s American slasher movies. It is a Hong Kong slasher movie done right. Again, from 1999 is Bowie Lau's The Deadly Camp. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, click the like button and subscribe. If you didn't like it, or even if you did, leave a comment below. Again, this is the first video on my channel. Some will be better, some will be worse, but production value is still going to be there. Thanks for watching.